And we are live. Welcome, everyone, to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 640. Today is January 14th, and I'm your host, Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at our new time, 10-ish. I have some great news stories for you today, starting with the top story. Treasury backs down. Crypto monitoring rule will wait until new administration. Gemini Exchange to launch credit card with 3% cashback rewards paid in Bitcoin. Winklevoss Brothers reportedly eye public listing for Gemini crypto exchange. And last but not least, Programmer has 2 password guesses left before losing $266 million in Bitcoin. And first, before we get into those news stories, let's talk about some price action today. Let me make sure I pull this up for everyone to see. So price action for today, Bitcoin is at $39,588, up 14%. That bear market didn't last long, CNN Business. I don't know what the fuck that article was about, but Bitcoin is not in the bear market. Ethereum is at $1,204, up 13.5%. Stellar at 29 cents is up 3%. XRP, the only crypto in red, it seems like, at 29 cents is down 0.44%. Chainlink at 1628 is up 8.5%. Litecoin at 152.29 is up 11.2%. And last but not least, EOS at 278 is up 3.8%. So you are not looking at a bear market, people. If you listen to CNN Business, Bitcoin dropped 20%. They call it a bear market. If you listen to an old boy on CNBC, if you saw my interview, volatility, stay out of it. And one thing I did guarantee for those of you who watch me on IG Live, I guaranteed people that the fact that CNBC, which is a known counter indicator, if they said it's volatility and you should not buy, the price was about to shoot up by Thursday. Today is Thursday. The price has just shot up 11% overnight. I'm telling you, it's a counter indicator. If you watch mainstream media and they're telling you to sell, it's over. Buy as much as you can. If they're telling you buy as much as you can, it's euphoric. It's going up forever. If you're a trader, go ahead and sell. If you are a holder, ignore the noise. They're just talking. They have to keep it up, down, left, right. So you don't know which way to go. So you keep tuning in. You think they're going to give you answers. They're just hyping you up to make you feel like you always have to be doing something. You don't. Bitcoin is actually kind of boring if you do it the right way. You buy it and you sit on it. That's it. Everything else is just noise. But this price action does have a lot of people excited. So let's go through some of the people in the chat. D. Sharon, what's going on, brother? Lisa Lee, Crypto Sovereign. Oh, yeah. Wyatt Sparks, Ima Sakin, Crypto Key, Erica K. Oh, yeah. Marcellus Love, my man Bruce Biggs, EZ Double. Seeing a lot of new people who I have not seen it here before, which is great. It means the show is expanding. That means that for the most part, we're doing our job of getting the word out organically. And that's what we need. Let's see. Rashu, peace. What's up? D-Link, best crypto show on the planet. Appreciate that. Definitely. Caldwell Jackson, you called it. Hey, man, I've been in this market 8 years now. It's the same playbook. The only way they get people is new suckers. They get people who have not seen this industry grow, have not seen the tricks that they've put in. And for some reason, as soon as those tricks are taken away or as soon as we figure it out, it becomes pretty easy to spot. It's just a pattern. They do the same thing. So doom and gloom, buy as much as you can. Hype and euphoria, go ahead and sell if you're a trader. Let's see. Wyatt Sparks, I had a coworker trying to clown me about the BTC price Monday. Crickets today. Oh, yeah, that's par for the course, man. That is, when I was telling my coworkers about Bitcoin at $500, $400, and the price went up to $700, I remember one week. And the next week it went back down to 500. I had to do sell at 500, even though he bought it at like 450, because he was like, I can't handle it. If the price is going to keep doing that, I was like, that was 2 weeks. What were you expecting to get rich in 2 weeks? Like, that's not going to happen. So yes, your coworkers, a lot of them are real comfy in their cubicle or real comfy in their job. So they're not even going to try to expand their mind past what they already have. And if they clown the price, what I often say is, this is not the market for you anyway. So I don't even know why why it matters. Imas Sakan, they want you to sell so they can buy. Exactly. That's why I made that statement on TV. Institutional buyers are trying to convince you not to buy while simultaneously buying as much as they can. Trust me, they're doing this on purpose. And honestly, I can't see any time in American history where manipulation from the top has not come down to the bottom. So Very par for the course. Let's see. Marcus Walter, once Bitcoin hits 41K, we'll have a $10,000 pool. Oh, okay, nice. Somebody said they bought more BTC last night. Exactly. Rashu, they went and found Lindsay. Remember yesterday we said that. It was like Lindsay Lohan is not one of the regular just celebrities that was just talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. She has some support in the Saudis, and I told you they have money. So if she's talking about it, I guarantee you that it's going to look good. So everything was just lining up for the price to jump today. Let's see. Cicely M for the December 1st edition book buyers. When will the digital second version be available? The digital version will be available next week. The hardcover versions are being shipped out next week. Between shipping issues, between legal issues, between philosophical pushback, all of these things have combined to try to stop the second book from coming out. Not going to matter. I'm an independent author. I can put out what I want. So it will be out next week and you will have that information. So let's jump into our first story of the day. Treasury. Treasury backs down. Crypto monitoring rule will wait until new administration. Oh man, this is a big win for the crypto industry today, which was unanimous in opposition to a new anti-money laundering rule that many saw as rushed and draconian. If you remember, a few weeks ago, we discussed this rule coming through where they supposedly are protecting us from money laundering. Again, anytime somebody offers you security in exchange for your freedom, you deserve neither. So do not look at this as them trying to save you or keep you. They're literally just trying to squeeze their regulations in, and they did it in a slimy way. On January 14th, Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network announced that they were extending the window on comments in response to a rule originally announced 2 days before Christmas. 2 days before Christmas. That's how they get you. When you with your family eating holiday ham, drinking and laughing, that's when they try to pass these rules. And then less than a month before a new administration takes over. So as you're worried about the political fight and you're worried about family stuff, they're pushing or trying to push stuff through at the same time because they know you're not paying attention. But that's why you can watch the Gentleman of Crypto. We are always watching. Always. I look at everything. And my family can attest to the fact that I barely sleep. So trust me, I read everything. The rule as originally proposed sought to add new thresholds for registered money service businesses, i.e. crypto exchanges, transacting with self-hosted wallets, meaning that if you own your private keys, you have a self-hosted wallet, meaning if you own your money, we need to regulate it. Get the fuck out of here. The proposal provoked an uproar from the crypto community. I saw a lot of letters from different companies that were sent, in response to this. The original comment period extended for only 15 days, most of which were holidays. Again, these tricks they put in your way. 15 days when usually the comment period is 60 days. That's what people don't understand. You usually have 60 days to comment, send in letters, and say you'll disapprove. They gave you 15, and most of those 15 days were scattered with holidays. People, they don't care about you. This is literally how they work in the shadows. So with the inauguration of Joseph Biden just 6 days away, the Treasury's leadership is likely to see a major changing of the guard. Few predict Janet Yellen, Biden's nominee to replace Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, to be as hawkish about such transactions. Again, Steve Mnuchin is not a fan of crypto. We know why. He has to make sure that the Treasury looks good. And FinCEN, they seem to have given special credence to arguments that are different thresholds at play. Currently, a bank has a duty to report any withdrawal or deposit of more than $10,000 in cash, which is egregious. For any of you who are, a little bit more net worth or high net worth, you understand how frustrating it is to just move $10,000. Like in the grand scheme of things, that is not a lot of money. For people who are, long-term holders or traders or big investors, that's terrible. Meanwhile, the infamous travel rule dictates that any transaction of more than $3,000, listen to this, $3,000 coming into or leaving the United States needs to pass along identifying information about the transactors. That is complete and utter bullshit from the FinCEN, trying to push this in 15 days instead of 60, trying to to make it seem as though, oh yeah, we're doing you a favor, because here it says FinCEN is providing an additional 45 days for comments. Oh, thanks. You gave us the time that legally is usually used. And that's how they try and trick you. Like, well, we'll give you 45 more days. See, we're nice people. We'll hear you out. No, you were trying to push it through with 15 until you got a flood of companies that came in. So this story is, in my words, disheartening to hear, simply because oftentimes people get the short end of the stick if they are not able to see the games that are being played with regulation. So let's look at some of the comments we have here. I know we have some new people coming in. Calvin Washington, keep doing your things. They real appreciate that. I don't know, Joey Gaming. Jiu-Jitsu, can't wait to read your new book. Absolutely. I can't wait for you all to read it. If I could push send right now to everybody on the list for the digital copy and ship everything right now, I would. Just got to make sure it's straight because there's a lot of information I think people need to hear. TCAT, some exchanges are saying they are having trouble keeping up with the demand. Yep, I got emails from a few exchanges saying that if you don't buy something by this weekend, trading may be halted. And that was probably the most bullish signal to me. I actually just moved some money 5 minutes before the show to buy more on the exchange right before the show. Not even gonna lie to you, because anytime an exchange can't keep up with demand and people are not able to buy or to sell on either end, you basically have a rising in price, rising demand, while the supply is getting smaller. So you have a quick rise in price. I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin at 45,000 next week. Let's see. Marcus Walter, I'm sorry, P-Man Van, push back on the gang. Jamal J, regulate these. Yeah, I mean, regulation, they're playing a game of whack-a-mole. They're at a point now where they're trying to regulate everything with different pieces of government, and none of them talk to each other. So they're all over the place. And every time they come up, yesterday we talked about Christine Lagarde with the ECB trying to regulate Bitcoin and saying that there's nefarious dealings and that if there's a way around it, people will use it. 2% of Bitcoin transactions are supposedly criminal. And even out of those that are criminal, those can be argued as well. So we have a 98% positive rate. Compare that to the current system of cash. And of course, with banks who have paid over $330 billion in fees or in and penalties, for manipulating gold and silver markets. That is who you need to be staring at, not Bitcoin people. You need to let the people do their thing. So let's say Rashu, yep, that's crazy. Eric, yep, that's crazy. Sang Lucci, just tuned in, man. Would love to hop on with you when you start doing interviews. Big fan, appreciate it. Sergeant Crypto, yep, CNBC is a contraindicator. Just do the opposite. Comptroller of Currency issued chartered Anchorage as a national crypto bank. Yep, didn't get to dig in that story. I read it on Twitter right before I got on. So again, thanks for that, Crypto Q. But yes, we'll probably talk about it more tomorrow once I can dig in. And let's jump in. Oh, I'm sorry. Crypto Key just said, what exchange do you use to buy Swan Bitcoin? Cheapest fees in the market. And I'll actually put my address here. If you sign up on there, you get $10 free for yourself in Bitcoin. So pretty, to me, has the easiest KYC process. You have to do it. And then once you do, you can move it straight off. You can dollar cost average and move it straight into another wallet. So let's see. Rashu, yep. JP Morgan paid their gold debts by manipulating gold. Man, hey, what can I say? The second book, the third chapter, Fuck the Banks, is literally all of the egregious acts by banks, including manipulating gold and silver markets, all from 2020. So you don't even have to look past last year to see how much banks are trying to fuck you over. So let's look at the next story here. Let me make sure we're pulled up. Share that here. And Gemini Exchange to launch credit card with 3% cashback rewards paid in Bitcoin. Oh man, so it looks like everybody's getting in on the party of cashback rewards. We've stated this before, that the quote unquote killer app everybody may be looking for is the fact that you can spend your money how you regularly do, but you can earn Bitcoin cash rewards back, or you can use that change to go into Bitcoin as a savings account with Coinbit's app. So we're seeing that as sort of the killer app of Bitcoin, that if Bitcoin is used for savings technology and it's the best savings tool that we have, then why not have a way to automatically save Bitcoin without doing it manually? And it looks like Gemini is going into that market as well. Users of the Gemini exchange can now sign up for a cryptocurrency rewards credit card, lets them earn up to 3% back in Bitcoin. For those of you who have Gemini, the wait list for the Gemini credit card is open, and hopefully it's not as long as Fold, but the demand for Fold's card is through the roof. So I understand that. Gemini disclosed that it has acquired Blockrise, a crypto payment startup headed by product developers formerly of American Express, JP Morgan Chase, Google, and BitMEX. Blockrise has a waitlist of 10,000 people, and they too will receive early access to the Gemini credit card. So they are working with people, the industry people who are from the legacy financial market. However, a lot of times I tell people the legacy financial market is not all bad. It's usually the people at the top, usually some of the middle managers that are doing more than nefarious things. But the really talented people that work for these companies who are self-sovereign, who they want to make themselves, they're not attached to them in any way. These people are really talented. So I can understand Gemini using these employees or Blockrise using these employees to build this project. So Blockrise is Gemini's second acquisition. It also purchased Nifty Gateway, an NFT platform, non-fungible tokens. If you don't know what that is, non-fungible tokens can be used for music, can be used for art, can be used for anything that is a one-of-one, where you can use a QR code to identify it and nobody else can copy it. So that is a great investment as well. And the quote here actually states that rather than deciding how and when to buy crypto, customers can do so when making their everyday purchases. We're excited to welcome the Blockrise team to Gemini and work together to continue to mainstream crypto. So again, this is a move forward. Fold app, you can get a Visa card and get Bitcoin cashback rewards. Cash app, you can use the cash card in order to earn back rewards in Bitcoin. So what we're seeing is major exchanges are noticing, people don't really want to spend their Bitcoin. They want to save it. The incentive for Bitcoin is to save long term. You can spend small amounts, good amounts of Satoshis, whatever. But if people don't want to save it, how else will we get them to spend money, but also either earn Bitcoin back or get them to use our product? This is how. And I believe anybody who thinks, hey, I don't have a lot of money, hey, I'm trying to get into the market, this is the best way to start. Don't buy Bitcoin. Just get a service like this, a card where you earn Bitcoin cashback rewards, buy what you already buy, and you'll earn Bitcoin. And I mean, Lolly has that as well. You don't need a card to do it. Lolly, Lolli, you can just buy on there and they'll give you cashback rewards as well. So this is a great story to see. Let's get into some more comments. Let's see. Quarter crawler, Zay, do you feel like it's altcoin season yet? Actually, there's two things with alt season. First thing, alts versus BTC. I don't think that alt season is ever coming back. Not to say that alts won't succeed, but I just don't think there will be the huge influx of ICO money like before. ICOs definitely pushed in 2017. You had a lot of altcoins that were outperforming Bitcoin and the alt BTC pair. Don't see that happening. Now, alt USD pairs, yes, I think that is possible because Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all boats. If the value of Bitcoin is going up, the amount of USD going into altcoins will increase. As market cap increases, if it's faster than the amount of supply is released, the price will go up. So if you're saying alt season like before, no, this will be an alt season. There will be one because of money. It won't be the same though. And I cannot say how much people will gain or earn, not giving financial advice, but I do know that Bitcoin is a layup and altcoins are full court shots. You could hit one, beautiful. You could hit two or three, beautiful. But with Bitcoin, foregone conclusion, this is going to be the global reserve for a lot of people, especially corporations. So Wayne Lynch, since a lot of crypto products are coming out with Bitcoin rewards cards, what is the likelihood someone will turn into BitConnect 2021? You know what's funny, Wayne? I saw something that BitConnect itself is coming back. So we may not even have another BitConnect. BitConnect may come back, and the people who didn't know about BitConnect may get caught up again. I'm sure there'll be some BitConnect scammy type things out there, Bitcoin rewards cards, quote unquote, that have no real backing, but I absolutely believe that people will be smarter this time around. Sergeant Crypto, Christine Lagarde was convicted of financial crimes and didn't serve any time. My. Somebody has some explaining to do. Marcellus Love, Zay, I ordered a Zero cold storage wallet. You have an opinion on it? I haven't used it, but in 2021, most of the cold storage products that you get are very reputable because people understand at this point, if you're trying to sell fake cold storage, the crypto community will call you out like that. You can probably only get away with it for a month before people call you out. So yes, any cold storage you get, I think is pretty reputable. Just understand that don't trust, verify. Let's see. Jiu-Jitsu Lolly's not bad. I tried it after our webinar and I received Bitcoin just like you said. Yeah, easy way to stack. And I can promise you, do that for a year. You stack $200 or $300. The 300 or so in Lolly that I got last year, just buying Postmates really, is now worth about 1,500. So it's not like I did anything special. I just buy too much Postmates. I use my own bad habits to earn Bitcoin. What's better than that? If you have a spending problem, if your wife takes your credit card and goes to spend too much, just sit it down and be like, all right, if you're going to do it, make sure you have Lolly attached to the web browser when you do it so I can earn Bitcoin back. Let's see. TCAT, what are your thoughts on Celsius as a way to earn interest? Celsius, BlockFi, all these ways to earn interest. If you're going to sit on Bitcoin, earning APR, 8.6 APR per year is not bad. But again, you have to make sure there's no rehypothecation, meaning they're not using your funds to loan out to make more money to make up for what they lost. You have to make sure that Celsius Network, even though they have low fees, they are a third party. But we did have a guy on our Clubhouse group from Celsius, and he explained their entire process, which sounds good. So again, you're just putting your trust in the company. I like Celsius. I like the CEO, Alex Mashinsky. I love the way that he's giving back, I believe, 80% of the fees back to the people on Celsius. Great. And me and him actually have an interview together. So Celsius is cool. Joshua Thompson seeing 20K ETH price predictions this cycle. Thoughts? Well, Lindsay Lohan said 10,000. So 20,000 is extra bullish. And honestly, if it happens, it happens. The one thing that will happen is as Ethereum's price increases, the network slows down because gas fees are too high. And if too much volume is there, CryptoKitties almost crashed it last time. Hopefully Ethereum 2.0 can solve that. And if that happens, who knows what can happen with the price. Let's see. KBNYC BitConnect come back? No. You know what's funny? All these crypto gurus or people who know stuff, you know, in Clubhouse or online who come back every time it's a bull market, I think we need a BitConnect just to clean out the last little bit, because I'm sure if we had something, you know, attractive enough, they would tell their people to invest in, or they would use it themselves and then get the floor wiped with them. Let's see. What else we got here? KBNYC, I just signed up for a wallet. Now I might have to sign up for another. The good thing about Bitcoin is you can have as many wallets as you want. I have hundreds. Don't even know where most of them are. I just know they're sitting around in storage spaces. But yes, you can have as many wallets as you want. So don't feel bad if you have more than 2 or 3. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket anyway. Diversify your Bitcoin. Let's see. Josh Allen, gas fees already outrageous. Yeah, I had somebody yesterday send a $40 transaction and it cost them $60. They lost money on a transaction. You can't really answer for that right now. Crypto Sovereign, I hate to see it, but BlockFi does, if you look into their terms of service, does explain, don't know in certain terms that they do participate in rehabilitation mechanisms. Exactly. So rehypothecation is a term that is used by, or a term that means that a company, when they receive your funds, they use it to loan out so that they can earn interest on it, so they can cover themselves in case of loss of funds. That is not on Unchained Capital. So if you want to try Unchained Capital, what they allow you to do is there is no rehypothecation. There is also non-custodial. So you own your keys while you loan it out on Unchained Capital. So try Unchained Capital. That may be a better choice than Celsius or BlockFi. Maybe. Depends on your preference. Jamal J, that Clubhouse the other night was so bad. I know it's frustrating trying to reach folk, seeing shit like that. Yeah, it's all good. But, you know, I got in there, said my piece. Apparently it was you know, powerful enough that Anthony Pompliano, if you all don't know, me and him have a podcast coming out together. We just filmed it last night. We have it coming out next week because a lot of people are starting to understand it's not about crypto collectibles. It's not about shiny stuff and altcoins. All that stuff is cute, and we can discuss that later. But if we're talking about changing the world, we need to be focused on Bitcoin. And let's get into our next story of the day, our last story of the day, sorry. We'll skip over the Winklevoss brothers trying to IPO. I don't really want to talk about that. Honestly, I had it there, but I don't really want to talk about it because until they do it, who cares? Coinbase is talking about it, but whatever. But I do want to get into one of the funniest stories. Programmer has 2 password guesses left before losing $266 million in Bitcoin. Oh my goodness, man. This was a story that came out. It kind of went viral because New York Times wrote about it. The perils of inaccessible digital wealth, potentially lost forever, are being all the more keenly felt during the 2021 bull market. These types of stories will come every bull market. Every time there's a happening, every time the price increases. This guy, one day he's gonna be like, I lost $1 billion worth of crypto and I can't believe, or Bitcoin, I can't believe I did it. The German-born programmer in San Francisco has now used up 8 of 10 password attempts he has to unlock the hard drive containing the private keys to his Bitcoin wallet. They contain 7,002 Bitcoin. As of press time, those holdings would be worth $268 million if they were accessible. Man, so Stefan Thomas, He used a hard drive called Iron Key, but lost the paper on which he wrote down the password for the device years ago. So again, this is what I always tell people: if you want to store your crypto, even if you don't have 7,000 Bitcoins, if you have 7, if you have 0.7, it's still value-wise, you're going to be kicking yourself 10 years, 20 years from now, no matter how much Bitcoin you think, how little Bitcoin you think you have. If you have more than a million Satoshis, which is about $400 right now, if you have more than a million Satoshis, I think you're going to be kicking yourself in 20 years. So if you're going to save, if you're going to store your Bitcoin, write your password down on 2 separate notebooks. One notebook you put into a safe, one notebook you put into another safe. Fireproof safe, waterproof safe. Those safes need to be off-site from your home. You should also put, if you want your hardware wallets, they're in separate places as well. That may sound OD to some people, but as we move from digital hacking and people taking money through exchanges and through wallets, as people get smarter, they will become more physical. And if physically people are trying to take it and they're in different locations, I don't have any Bitcoin in my house. I don't have any Bitcoin on me when I walk, except a little bit maybe on phone apps. And that is on purpose, because if you want to get it, you're going to have to go find it. And that is one of the things that people need to understand. This is a attack vector for most people, because they don't want to hold their crypto. They see stories like this, and you know what they say? I'll just keep it on an exchange. And most people, that's just the way it is. Can't convince everybody to be self-sovereign. But if a major exchange goes down in the year of our Lord 2021, I can guarantee you people are going to start looking at how they can secure their own coins. And I don't want it to happen. I don't want people to lose. But if a big exchange gets hacked or if something happens and the funds are lost, I can only imagine, hopefully we don't have another Mt. Gox situation, but I can only imagine how many people will say, yeah, I'm done with exchanges. As soon as I buy it, I'm taking it off. So you want to learn that now so you don't have to wait until something happens. Unfortunately for him, he has 2 more password guesses left. And I don't think he would try them anytime soon. Maybe think a little bit harder about it. But if you're going to write it down on paper, make sure you store it 2 separate places. If you need to, get a friend who you trust. Give them the password to hold at their house and keep it forever. I mean, I don't know how else. I don't know how you lost it for 7,000 Bitcoins. But sorry for that, man. It sucks. But it also speaks to scarcity. There's less Bitcoins than you think. There's a reason why all these exchanges are sending out messages saying, we may not have the Bitcoins to cover it. Maybe fractional reserve, maybe too much demand. But what happens when there's literally no supply? Plus, nobody's selling, because why would you sell it? You got to pay capital gains tax and short-term capital gains tax if you sell it right now, if you bought last year. So why would I sell it? I can just put it up for collateral, get a loan, use that cash, live my life, or I could just save it, sit on it for later. So you have no sellers, you have no supply, but you have a shooting up increase of demand. I can only imagine what the price is going to do. That's why you see people talking about 100K price of Bitcoin this year, maybe even 300K for more bullish people. So make sure you secure your coins. Do everything. I don't care if you got 1 Satoshi. Secure that Satoshi, because you are going to be kicking yourself. Your kids are going to be kicking you. Your grandkids are going to be kicking you in the face about that if you lose your Bitcoin or your wallets. Make sure you back it up. I was in the IT world before I got into Bitcoin, so I'm pretty anal about making sure everything is secure. But also too, you want to make sure you have that physical security as well. Let's see. Quarter Crawler Zay, how do we hook up on the Clubhouse? Congrats on the CNBC interview. Proud, appreciate that, man. Yeah, the interview was great. They kept trying to get me to talk about volatility, but fuck that. I've been answering volatility questions since 2015. In 2021, that question is very elementary. So I don't know why they kept pushing that. Josh Allen, you're really a teacher, man. I don't see how you have the patience for that Clubhouse. People be asking the most basic Googleable questions. Well, that patience was built up over years and years of people asking the same questions. You got to love what you do. I'm not going to lie to you, because I love answering questions and teaching people. If I didn't, I would have quit a long time ago, because it is the same questions over and over for most people. And that's why I wrote a book, so I can just say, go read the book. The questions you have, usually they're mostly answered all through there. D-Sharon, most of us go into the space because our dislike of banks. Not everyone wants to be a lender. True. Yep. Some people just don't like the current system, and we need those people as well. Sandra Crypto, Winklevoss twins, mad corny anyway. Yeah, I mean, they got their shit took by a 5'8" nerd while they were in college. I would have beat Mark Zuckerberg up. I would have beat his ass in college. I don't know how 2 6'5" D1 athletes let a little developer take their idea, run with it, become a billionaire. But that's just me. Leroy Forbes, if he was married, he definitely ain't anymore. Yeah, he better keep that one close to the chest. I definitely wouldn't put that out in media. Crypto Vixen supply. The app is called Lolly. Looking at it now. Yep, Lolly. Look at the Lolly app. You earn free Bitcoin, over 1,000 places to shop. KBNYC. Oh yeah, congrats making moves in the world for world out here. Yeah, definitely making moves. Actually, as we're closing up, quick announcement. Next week, I'll be on Fox Business on Monday. So, or I have to double check and I'll make sure everybody knows. But I will be on Fox Business Monday. I don't know exactly what time, but I will tweet it out and hit it to people. So I just got word back on that. So check me out on Fox Business. Again, you're gonna get the truth out of me. So they cut me off early again. Oh well. That's why I got my own TV show, Community Crypto, coming in February, which it won't interfere with this show, but it'll be more of an expansion. And definitely make sure everybody gets that information. So let's see, Crypto Sovereign, the program, but give him a healthy dose of ginkgo biloba. Don't even know what that is, but he probably needs it. Ema Sakin, what do you think about storing private keys in encrypted email accounts? You can get away with it, but I don't suggest it. I would encrypt it on my own external hardware device, personally. Jamal J, I took all BTC off my social media. I'm still in the Bronx. Yeah, exactly. As soon as people know you got something, they might want to go after you. But yeah, you're still in the Bronx, baby. Came in late. Did he talk about Jack Dorsey endorsing? No, I didn't talk about it. He basically was saying, on one hand, he didn't want to get rid of Trump, but they gave him enough warnings. And then on the other hand, BTC solves that. Me and Jack have spoken plenty of times, over the past year or so after he tweeted out the book. And me and Jack have discussed a lot of these things. So not really surprised at it. Just waiting to see more before I discuss that topic. But it's more powerful, of course. Bitcoin's decentralized. It's better for people. Same stuff we've been saying for years. M Chaka 97, best crypto wallet. I won't say a best. My favorite to use on your phone is Edge Wallet because you can purchase in-app and you can own your own keys. Let's see what we got. Leroy Forbes, what's up, brother? His descendants won't be visiting him in the nursing home. Yeah, I know. Like if you're a child and the price of Bitcoin goes to $1 million in 20 years, and you were like, yeah, I had 7,000 of them, we could be worth $7 billion right now. Yeah, you probably gonna get stomped out by your children one day. Bro, I got homies hit me up talking about I'm a millionaire now. I've been since 2017 and told everyone to buy at 3K. No one listened. Absolutely. You're gonna find a lot of people call you back. As someone who did cross the $1 million mark a couple years ago, those same people are gonna come back to you. Oh man, you're rich now, so can you make me rich? No, I put in the work. I work 16 hours a day for the last 8 years. If you can do that, cool, I can help you out. If not, don't expect the same thing to happen. The P-Man Van, go on Fold Out and play the wheel, free Satoshis. That's the second one. Fold app, download it right now on your phone. Spin the wheel, you get free Satoshis. Every 24 hours, you spin it again. You get 100 Satoshis a day. That adds up over time. And you have the ability to earn up to 1 Bitcoin. So, and thank you for Alec putting out those mobile wallets. Also, those hardware wallets, check it out in the chat. Let's see, any more? Let's see, who else we got? Jiu-Jitsu Crypto E, next webinar is Monday. For those of you who purchased Bitcoin in Black America 2nd edition, the third and final webinar is Monday. We'll be discussing Bitcoin for business and taxes because tax season is coming up, and trying to pull a CPA on, CJ the Smart Guy, if you know him. I'll try and pull him on as well so he can answer even more questions than what I wrote about in the book. Let's see, the P-Man Van, teach these Foxians a thing or two. Yeah, we'll see what they're talking about. Not sure how the conversation is going to go, but everything I do is improv. I've been doing this show, me and Queen King been doing this show almost 4 years now, straight improv. Never written anything down in years. So whatever happens on these shows, I'm ready for it. Also, I did stand-up and improv classes before, so I've really been doing improv for like 10 years. It's easier that way for me. Let's see, Ashley Robles, most of these apps are backed up by your email. How people keep losing their money. Two-factor authentication, if it's not on, some people can use SMS attacks, get ported, and then they can steal your email information so they can log in. Marcellus Love, been following since 2017. Can't wait for the new platform. Much success. Appreciate it, man. Like I said, some of you all, P-Man Van, I know for a fact, has been around since the very beginning. Marcellus Love as well. A lot of people have supported us. You all are the reason we get to this point. The reason I'm on CNBC or going on Fox Business is because of you all, and King as well. I never wanted to do a video on crypto or Bitcoin before 2017 till King dragged my ass to LA, made me come out there, made me realize that people need to hear what we're talking about, especially as two Black people talking to a mostly white community. The Black community needed to hear this. So I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we're at this point now, and we just got to keep pushing strong. So let's say, Lisa Lee, where are we doing the webinars? If you are on the eToro, you should be receiving those emails with the webinar links. Hit me up afterwards, Lisa Lee. If you are not, I will make sure I get that to you. Also, to the past webinars, those are available for you as well if you purchase the book. And let's see. Let me put the website in here. I see some people asking, where can they buy it? BitcoinInBlackAmerica.com. Oh, yeah. So, Robert C., we aren't in the bubble yet. Not until you start seeing Win Lambo every other comment. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to me, Bitcoin is never really a bubble because there isn't fiat money being leaving it. You know what I mean? There is, people that sell, but I know for a fact, most of the people I talk to, they're not looking at selling Bitcoin for years. So even the small dips along the way, I think that era of the bubble was 2017, if you want to call it a bubble, a retail bubble, because there was a lot of buying on the way up and everybody panicked because they're retail investors, not algorithmic stock traders who came into the market knowing what they're doing. They panicked. So that was the quote unquote bubble. And what we're seeing now is the beginning of the internet in 2002. After the internet crash, think about internet in 2002 and think about where we are now, where you can't live without it. That's Bitcoin over the next 20 years. Let's see. Lisa Lee, you're not getting any? Okay, perfect. Yeah, message me either on Twitter or Facebook. I'll send them to you personally because everybody who purchased on eToro should be receiving all the webinars, all the updates like everybody else. So I got you. And Kadeem Midget, if you zoom out, there's no top. Yeah. For some people who are really bullish on Bitcoin, they're like, so what can Bitcoin end up being? As long as we can keep printing money, there is no top to Bitcoin. And some people say, hey, Bitcoin can reach, the $10 trillion gold market cap, or, maybe pass it. And what I've always said is that you're talking about the $1 trillion market cap as it is today. You think in 10 years, we're not going to have more money on the books? Bitcoin could be a $50 trillion market cap and gold could still be 10 trillion. We could literally pass it if the next generation is only buying Bitcoin and nobody who holds gold actually transferred to Bitcoin. I don't think that'll happen, but we don't even need gold as a standard. We can pass that. So Bitcoin has so much growth potential, and I promise you, your grandkids won't care if you bought it at 37 or 41,000 or 32,000 or whatever, or 25 when the price goes past what I think will be $1 million. So KBNYC just found my interview with Alex from Celsius. Yeah, check that out. Definitely. So that's it for me today. Again, we hit record highs every single day for the last week. We've gotten more and more people into our show. We have the most live views we've ever had for this show. Every single time we get on, we start increasing. So make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you tell your friends about it. This is the best crypto show on the internet. Shout out to Crypto Kenzie. Shout out to Crypto Blood. I'll be interviewing with Crypto and Culture tonight. So that'll be coming out soon. Shout out to you all. But yes, thank you all for watching today and have a great Thursday. Cheers.